AMS Inspired, man. Like, what's up, y'all? Today we're going to be talking about the types of people you can't trust. So I'm gonna just dive right into this, but as you can see, I got my walker over there and my cane. If y'all don't know, throughout the week I became a paraplegic while playing football. Tried to do a little spin move and I ended up twisting up my knee, so be out of commission. So that's gonna give me some time to focus on y'all again. But let's just jump straight into this. So I got my talking points here. Number one, people in a survival mindset, right? So this is people who just live in survival mode all the time. So I'm talking about people deep in the trenches, people that are still robbing phones, trying to, just get by, right? They do whatever they can to make it, right? And me and my sister we've been talking about this. It's like a lot of times it's people that just came from abroad. That's like maybe like let's say a third world country, right? They are in the mindset of I have to make it. Everybody's against me. This, that, and the third. So you cannot trust people like this because two things. One, when the time is right and they see more benefit from taking from you than they receive, they will strike 100%, right? And number two, even when you try to give them a helping hand, they usually take it in a negative way, like, oh, this person thinks they're better than me, and they get upset. There's no winning way around this. You know what I'm saying? And if you're like me, you have a good heart and you want to see the best in people, and you really truly believe the glass is half full and the world is truly good, but a lot of people would take this as weakness. Look at that Diddy documentary, bro. Pure evil. There's a lot more mofos like that haven't been caught, right? So just be careful with people in survival mindset. Like if people are talking about deep in the trenches that just came from abroad in third world countries. When the time is right, they usually will do you dirty. I'm not saying this is for the all police. I'm not saying this is every single buddy in that situation. I know people that come from bad places and they make it out with their grit and determination by themselves. I'm just saying there's more percentage chances for this to happen. Number two, there's another big one. People who are addicted to stuff, right? So I'm talking people who are addicted to drinking, people who are addicted to smoking, people who are addicted to gambling, this and the third, because they'll do you dirty for their fix, right? I could even put some people that are too obese in this one because if you can't control yourself, if you can't control certain aspects of who you are, if as soon as it comes to having some drinks around you and you literally become a different person, you cannot trust that person because they're going to default and say, oh, I was drunk. Oh, I was high. I wasn't thinking straight. They will put blame on that thing. They won't take accountability for them putting themselves in that situation or them overdoing it like they always do. They will just place it on the substance, right? Oh, I couldn't help myself. So that's number two because these people will always want their fix. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be cigarettes, it could be cake. They will do you dirty to get to what they need, right? Let's move to number three. People who tell you slash gloat. If you don't know what that means, I know a lot of y'all motherfuckers ain't that educated. I'm joking, but people who brag about other people they have done wrong, right? So if you know somebody who says, "Oh yeah, I'm married, but like this, that, and my child, I always cheat on my girl. Oh yeah, this, that, and the third, but I did him dirty. He had it coming from, right? They will do you dirty as soon as the shoe fits. As soon as, just like number one, as soon as they get more benefit than not from you, it could be even a minute of benefit. They will do you dirty. Cause, hey, I get some of these guys, some of these girls like to cheat, but if you're hanging out with somebody and they can't even be loyal to the one person they promised and vowed that we are gonna do this life thing forever, me and you, and they can't be faithful and loyal to that person, what would they do to you? A person that they don't even have a promise with, a person that they don't even have legal documents with, right? So be very, very careful about people who brag and gloat about the wrong they've done because just like the few others on this list, they don't see an issue in their actions. They can't be wrong. Whatever they do is they can't do wrong in God's eyes, basically, right? So you have to be very, very mindful of these type of people because yours is gonna become another story in your life of, oh yeah, this person did that, so I had to do this, and they're gonna always frame themselves as the hero. Back to Diddy, every evil thing he did, he always thought he was on the good guy. He always thought I was the one that, like, people do me dirty, right? So be very, very careful. If someone is telling you this way, you gotta weed people out. You gotta be going on dates and asking questions. Right? I don't even care if you have to trick people to get the answer you want. You have to know who you're dealing with, because if you don't, you're gonna invite somebody who will destroy your life, slowly or fast. But yeah, you just have to do this, and it'll save you so much time if you just weed them out early. So, damn, cookie hard to hell, bro. Um, so talking point number 4. I guess you could kind of mix this in with addictions and other stuff, but bipolar people, right? So I'm talking about people that are a bit manic, people who flip, their emotions flip all the time. Um, People that you just know are not all the way there, right? And this is tricky because it could be someone you just met and you don't fully have a baseline. You see, let me tell you something. With all the people I have listed on this list, it only works if you have a baseline of the individual's personality or who they are, right? So if it's someone you just met, do all the weeding out as much as you can, because if you don't have that baseline, you won't know what they truly are. Like, you could meet someone, and let's say on a Friday and Saturday you guys go out and they get blackout drunk, right? You could be like, oh, this person's like that. Okay, say word. But that could be the first time in their life they ever got drunk. And you could be with someone who is the most evil motherfucker, but they smile in your face and say, oh, love everybody, be positive, this, that, and the third. So you need a baseline for this to work. But anyway, let's get back into it. So, bipolar people, and I'll give you all an example. So I had this girl I was dating back in the day, and her brother was super manic, right? Her brother was always crazy, yo, I'm gonna kill you, this, that, and the third, like super, just like idiot, man, right? And she told me a couple times, oh yeah, like they prescribed the medicine they gave my brother to me, but like it's a lesser dose. And at the first, it's normal to me, so I'm like, it didn't really like the connections didn't connect. And then the more I dated her, the more she started flipping out randomly and stuff. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? So sometimes you have to really know these things, right? You got to say, oh, they were so happy. Why did you just flip out of this random situation? Don't stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. Like, you can do it once or twice, but third time is the charm, right? Protect yourself in this life, because at the end of the day, born alone, die alone. You come in this world alone, you're gonna be in the casket alone. You know what I mean? You're gonna have your loved ones with you throughout the journey, but like, make sure you are good first, right? And I'm gonna give you a little caveat. I made a story to myself when I was maybe 5 years ago. I made myself this story, and I said, imagine the mafia wanted you, let's say for money, whatever the mafia wanted you, they captured you. You are in the middle of the ocean right now. They tie a weighted ankle ball on your ankle, and they drop you in the middle of the ocean, right? The only persons who opinions you should care about, the only people who you should trust with your life, is the people that you know for a fact that will try to, even if they can't swim, will try to go to that bottom of the ocean and try to free you. They'll be trying to cut that chain. They'll be like, yo, they're trying to pull you up. No one, they're drowning too. Obviously, some people will go up and get some air and come down and try to help you out. But those are the only people you should care about. If people are gonna look at you and say, oh, that's too much work, don't give a fuck about them. Okay. Um, Last but not least, people who can never apologize. Right. So people is like the other ones. It kind of aligns with a lot of these mindsets. So you could look at narcissists, stuff like that. But if someone who literally does you wrong, doesn't say a word, they just try to, slowly come back into your world, but by, not accepting accountability, but just like being like, oh, hey, do you want to get food or stuff? People that don't have the balls to say, hey, look, I messed up, I'm sorry. You cannot trust, you do not want in your team. They will just push blame. It can never ever be their fault. They always find a fault in others, but it can never be the one that did you wrong. Right? So you don't want to have these people. And a lot of these people are easy to spot if you have a baseline, right? When you listen to how they talk, when you listen to, because you got to notice a person overall. If someone does someone extremely dirty, You can't just say, it's probably just a one-off thing. They will never do that to me. There's so much people in terrible divorces and marriages, etc., because they said, "Oh, my partner would never do this to them," and then they broke up, and then look, would you look at that? You know what I mean? So, like I said, replay this video if you have to keep these people in your mind to just stay. But yeah, you want to protect yourself at all costs. And if you have a business, sign an NDA if you're working with these guys, or sign some type of contract so you good, right? Love y'all, Big Brother Astro out.